Hello everybody, my name is Craig Rehak and I am a Global Account Executive at Conference Direct. I was sitting last month about to do my monthly news and updates newsletter that I send out via email every single month. And I was looking at the statistics on how many people actually opened and read that article. And the numbers were not very high. And one thing that I kind of sat down and thought to myself, how could I better reach people? Rather than sending out the same old article, I have decided that I am going to go ahead and create a monthly news and updates video or webcast that I am going to post to YouTube, Facebook, and I'm going to send out to all my current clients and prospects. So this is the first one that I am shooting. Please feel free to share feedback. I would love to know how I'm doing. And I'm going to start off and kind of just really touch on three different topics. One of them is going to be the big news that is in the industry for that month. What kind of some of the things that I am seeing out there, and then my predictions for this next month to the next 6 months. So the first thing is going to be big news. As most of you already do know, Marriott has went to acquire Starwood. But last week there was a little bit of a shakeup when a Chinese company, Anbang, came in and upped the offer over Marriott and looked like they were going to come in and take Starwood from Marriott and stop Marriott from becoming the largest hotel chain in the world. Well, since then Marriott has upped their offer, and it does look like Marriott is going to acquire Starwood, but who knows, and maybe next month I'll be sharing something a little bit different. But I wanted to talk a little bit about that because it is kind of a good transition to what I'm seeing out there. People keep asking, is this going to be a good thing or is this a bad thing for everybody? And I think it has a little bit of a good thing and a little bit of a bad thing. The good side is Marriott is a very reputable hotel chain, arguably one of the best out there. And they do produce some of the greatest meetings and events for us and for my clients. Great customer service, great customer experience, and everything. The bad side, though, is that they are going to control a significant share in the marketplace. There was a statistic that I was reading that they are going to have over 50% of the marketplace and 75% of the top 20 meetings and events destinations. That's very scary, especially if you are currently working with Marriott or have worked with them in the last 6 months. They are driving room rates, they are pulling back concessions, and they are fighting to get contractual terms that, in my opinion, are sometimes almost crazy. So with them acquiring Starwood and having even more market share, I expect prices to increase even higher, and I expect things to be even harder to go ahead and contract with them. So that is going to be the downside of the whole thing. Now, onto my predictions. Well, what am I, what am I seeing out there? And then, just going to go into some of my predictions. I'm seeing limited availability. Room rates are definitely becoming higher. Clients are booking much further out. And my prediction is that that stuff is going to continue. STAR did publish that they are predicting a 4.3% increase in ADR for 2017, which is just below the 4.4% increase that they are expecting in 2016, which are breaking records. In 2015, occupancy broke records, which they are predicting 2016 to break even more records. So I predict that it is going to continue to be harder to book into hotels, and you're going to have to book much further out, and you may not be getting the concessions you once were that you have in your contracts that you're actualizing this year. And part of that is because of the high demand and the lack of production. And what I mean lack of production is the amount of hotels that are in the pipeline. Right now there's roughly 140,000 hotel rooms in the pipeline scheduled to open by 2017, and only 10% of those is your luxury and upper upscale, which are your standard Hilton, Hyatt, Marriott, Starwood, and so forth. So with the lack of hotels coming into inventory and demand being at all-time high, it is just going to be very difficult to book. So it's very important to utilize someone like myself, where I can source multiple properties and I can help make sure you are getting the best deal in the marketplace and help use our standard agreements so that you are getting 80% attrition, cancellation based on profit, no adjustment to concessions, and several things along those lines. So those are kind of what that's some of the big news, what I'm seeing out there, and my predictions. So I do want to say thank you very much for listening in on my very first webcast, and I hope that you did enjoy it, and please feel free to share your feedback. Thank you very much, and all the best.